Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We got a pretty nice sunny day, probably around 50 degrees today. And I want to show you my late Uncle Leon's pride and joy, a 2000 F350 with the 7.3 diesel that he ordered brand new. He sat down at the dealership, him and my dad, and filled out the order form and ordered this thing exactly the way that he wanted it. And it was built 24 years ago this month. And it looks like it could be maybe 4 years old. So let's get the camera off there and walk around it and talk about it a little bit. All right, so yeah, the first picture that you see there with when you started the video with my uncle standing beside the truck, that was the day that he got it and brought it to show me. And he was so proud, and I can see why. He had a lot of new trucks, but this truck here is something else. When he got that thing from the dealer, I don't think he even took it straight home from the dealer. I think he took it straight to the truck accessory place, and because he was always buying Lariat trucks all through the years, and Grand Marquis and town cars and stuff like that, and was used to all the chrome and stuff. And by this time, they were really getting chintzy on all that stuff. So he took it and had him put all the chrome down along the bottom there, and the running boards, and the visor. It's got lights in it, and this brush guard, which I told him later in the years, I said, I hate that brush guard. And he said, I don't like that son of a bitch either. But he said, you can blame your daddy on that. He's the one that talked me into putting it on there, and now it's on there. So I'm afraid if I had it, I'd have to take it off, but looks like it's from Texas. But my aunt wants to leave it on there because the deer are so bad, and I understand that. It could definitely save the front end of the truck if it hit a deer. But the wheels on this truck look brand new. Everything about this truck looks brand new. You have these moldings were put on it, extra. And then, of course, he had a fifth wheel put in here because they took this thing to Florida every winter with their camper, and that's where they spent the winter. And he had this air gate put in here, and the tailgate is brand new still up in the attic of his shed. Never been used. A brand new, basically new old stock tailgate laying there that's never been used. And this is the truck that we used to pull my green car up to Dearborn back in June for motor muster at the Henry Ford. We just didn't talk about it a whole lot. The truck's got 95,000 miles on it. And you sure wouldn't know it by looking at it. It's never seen a winter. See, it's even got some stickers still up underneath there on the frame and stuff. I just put new batteries in it. That's why it's here. Because if it sat 3 or 4 days, it wouldn't start. And I got the batteries out of it. They were Motorcraft batteries, and they were dated October of 2011. And here we are. This is February 3rd of 2023. So can't complain about those batteries. This truck, like I say, it's 24 years old, but it could pass for more like 4 years old. You really have to look to try to find anything that's bad on it. Here's this sticker up here on the frame. It's hard telling what this truck would bring. I mean, honestly, in today's truck market, and this being an early 73, and they've proven themselves to run 500 to a million miles, 500,000 to a million miles. It's just hard telling what it would bring, but it is not for sale. I mean, look inside these doors. You look up under here, these trucks got rusted so bad over the years that this was just full of holes, and everything on this truck looks brand new. Look at this leather wrapped steering wheel. Not a rip or nick in it. What's this? I don't know who that is, been rodding up and down the road, but yeah, the leather wrapped steering wheel looks brand new. It doesn't even look like it's got the 95,000 miles on it. The seat has absolutely no wear in it. And they didn't just go to Florida in this truck. They pulled that camper here and there and other places too. He had these Husky liners put in here on day one. So there's the original Lariat floor mats under here that are brand new. Same thing back here. Not a speck of rust anywhere you want to look. Husky liner back here. Original floor mat. There's a gum wrapper. Get that out of there. Put it in my pocket. It is hard telling what this truck would bring if it was put up on auction. This rubber on this aftermarket trim here is starting to crack up really bad. Just on this left rear one. I don't understand why. I mean, it's never set out other than when it was in Florida. And that's the only one doing it. Almost like it was bad from day one compared to the others. Just beautiful, spotless, inside and out. And we got, I didn't pay much attention to it on the way up to Dearborn, pulling my 68XL up there, but on the way back, I don't speed, I never speed. I just set the cruise on 65 and let everybody pass me, but this thing got 16 or 16 point something mile to the gallon coming back from Dearborn. There's that original Lariat floor mat. Not a rip, burn, tear, stain, nothing anywhere in this truck. Owner's manual. Of course, he had a trailer brake controller put on it back in the day because that's before they were putting them in the dash. Let me get this. I'll pause it and I'll open the hood and we'll take a look under there. All righty, here's a shot of that awesome legendary 7.3. Pretty clean under here. I actually just rinsed this off really good when I put those batteries in it. This piece here looks like it needs some kind of degreaser or soap or something put on it. It's still brownish looking, but I got all the dust rinsed off of it. 95,000 miles, so you know it's easily good for another 400,000 without doing much to it. There's Brogy. Brogy, hey, don't you even think about getting on that truck. Uncle Leon will find a way to get you. I always loved how Ford gave you these 4 wires right here and capped them off. A lot of people don't realize these are there, but they come out here and just end, and they're also just like that, tied up underneath the dash in there. That way, if you want to come out here with, say, some fog lights or even an alarm siren or something like that, you can just tap into them underneath the dash and come out here. You don't have to worry about trying to find a hole or drilling a hole through any of the firewall or a rubber grommet or anything like that. It's all there. You can do 4 wires. It's a great idea. What do you say we take it down the road and let you guys see how it goes down the road? Bruggy, is that all right with you? We'll take Uncle Leon's truck for a cruise. You ain't gonna like it, are you? When we start it up, you're gonna shag ass. Alrighty, guys, let's go down the road and see what you think of it. Well, better get my seatbelt on. Back up this way. he also had this thing chipped. So it certainly isn't lacking for any power. They pulled that fifth wheel camper, and I pulled my 68 XL Fastback up to Dearborn in overdrive, and you never knew they were back there. I need to be cutting some wood this afternoon, and I probably still will a little bit. That clock is definitely off since I changed the batteries. I never thought to reset it. "52 degrees" is what it says. Somebody's down here fishing, looks like, taking advantage of this nice day. Right over there across the water in those woods at my neighbor Rhonda's, that's where I cut wood and where I'll probably go yet this afternoon. I'm going to cut in here and show you guys that I did come over and get some wood cut. We got some ash and some locust and some oak. It's been down a good while. It won't take long to dry out. Take you for a little drive out of here. See, there's the lake over there. I was telling you. It's across from my road. And I got the truck in four-wheel drive just in case I slip out here. So me and my buddy Brad been cutting up them great big oak trees there. He's got some big chunks laying over there. This tree had fallen right in here in this mess. That stuff there's too wet. I got cut up there. I'm gonna leave it sit there. I've been cleaning this pile out all fall and winter. There's a never-ending supply of wood back here. Four o'clock, not bad. Probably got enough wood now to get me through the rest of the winter if it stays like they say it's going to. Ugh, we're running over some pretty big sticks. It gets soft right here, so I got to get a run at it. And I'm going to take it out of four-wheel drive now. Back up just to make sure it unlocks. And that is as far as I have to go to cut wood. This thing is smooth as silk going down the road. Ain't got a shake or shimmy or sound in it. Doesn't pull. Run almost 75 there. Didn't really realize it already. Finally got enough rain and washed all the salt off the roads. Let's see. The sun's kind of blinding us right now. I'll wait till we turn around and go back the other way before I punch it for you guys. The weather warming up like it is, I can promise you we're going to be getting back to that junkyard that I haven't finished showing you. I usually turn around right there, but I can't because there's a bunch of water and I'm not driving through it. Oops, sorry. Let's see if we can back out. Okay, we got it. This thing will pull anything you want to pull. That's fast enough. And it's definitely putting out some heat. That wire up there underneath that visor makes a little bit of noise. I need to figure out a way to get some tape and tape that up. I believe this truck had every option you could get on it for the year 2000. There's Mandalay Lake. Yeah, I got to put on this video at the beginning that it's not for sale because I've had so many people chew me out over my white Lincoln video thinking that it was a for sale video, even though it didn't say for sale anywhere, or did I mention it being for sale. They got mad because they sat through a whole video and watched it and found out the car wasn't for sale. They were getting a hold of me, wanting to know how much I wanted for it. I said, I never said I wanted to sell it. So this truck is definitely not for sale. My aunt won't let it go. Just too nice to have sitting around. You need a truck. You couldn't ask for any better truck than this one. I worked on that white truck yesterday and they still haven't picked it up yet. I think I've got some good videos coming up for you guys, so stay tuned. And I think I even have a new car coming, getting delivered. Maybe next week or the week after. I'm not going to tell you what it is. This has been in the works for a while. Oops. Oh, I dropped it in. Still has both of the factory remotes, both the keys. So there it is, guys. It's not a classic car, but it's one beautiful, probably still worth what he paid for it truck. I hope you guys like this video. So if you do, as usual, please remember to give me that thumbs up down there and leave me a comment and stay tuned, because I think I've got some good stuff coming up for you guys. Thanks for watching.